What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, coming at you with a new video and how to mine. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to mine Nockchain. This was originally CPU mineable. Looks like GPU miner has just released, and I'm going to show you how to get started. All right, so the first thing you are going to need, just like every coin, is a wallet. So if you come up to ecosystem right here, and then you're going to see the Irish wallet, and that will take you to right here. Now be careful because this eyeball is watching you. It might look like a cute flower, but it's not. That thing is kind of freaking me out. Anyway, so this is a browser-based wallet here. So you can just click on download the wallet here. That will open up in your corner. And then you just pretty much get your seed phrase and you're all done. Once you go to there, you'll see your receive here. This is my address. Just copy that. And that's the address you will be mining to. A nice, fast, easy wallet. If you're used to MetaMask, pretty much exactly the same thing. All right, so now we need a mining pool, and this video is sponsored from NOCK. So this is who we're going to be setting up, and they made mining this coin so easy that, you know, your 2-year-old, even your unborn child could possibly mine this fast and easy. That's how easy it is. So we're going to take a look at this. So if you're mining in Windows, we're going to show you that, but you are going to need WSL. That's right. So we're going to set this up in HiveOS as well as WSL. And I'm going to show you how to do this right quick. All right. So first thing you got to do is just click on mine in the top of their website here and click on start mining today. That should bring us to a drop down menu, but it doesn't look like it's working now, but usually it does. So anyway, we got to download the miner. So we're just going to copy this right here. And then we're going to open up WSL. So I'm going to open up Ubuntu here in my window. So that's going to open up a Linux subsystem here. Once it does load, then we're just going to simply paste that in. Now I already did it all, so hopefully it overwrites correctly, but I guess we'll find out. There we go. So we're in there. So I'm just going to right click and you can see it's going to download it all. And there we go. So it looks like it's downloading. Everything is fine. So while it's downloading, I'm just going to come into here and I'm going to grab my wallet address right quick. We're going to hit my receiving, hit copy address here. Close that out. So I'm going to put my wallet address right here. And then for my worker name, I'm just going to go, Rabid WS. Now it will auto fill it in right here. As we can see now, I'll just kind of highlight it. You can see here's my wallet address and there's my worker name. I put it in all by itself. So just fill in your wallet address here, worker name here, and hit the copy button. So once that is done, we're just going to wait for this there. It's done downloading here. So now I'm just going to right click that in. The exact same thing we just did there. Hit enter. And it should begin mining. Very fast, very easy. That is probably one of the easiest installs for WSL I have ever seen. So we're up and running right now. We're just going to wait a couple minutes and kind of get some hash rate and stuff at the pool. As for settings currently right now, I do have a locked core of 2500 and a core offset of 200 coming into my afterburner. We're just going to see that it is rocking. We can see we are locked here at 2505. Our power is kind of all over the place, anywhere from 250 to 350 and stuff. It does bounce around quite a bit, I've been noticing, but we are getting around 192 P per second. I think this is in hashes per second. So I don't know what the P actually stands for, but if you want to, realize what that is, that's just like saying hashes per second. It's not petahashes, not mega hashes or anything like that. So this is just like a normal hash per second here. So we're doing 196 right now based on my current settings. If I go full stock on my 4090, I'm about 208 P's per second here. All right, so once you get that part done, just come down just a little bit more and you can inspect your wallet. Simply paste your wallet address in here. So I already got it all set up here. So I'm just going to go to look. Now we're just going to wait a few minutes for our hash rate to kick in because I did turn it off so I can show you how to do this. So our rig is turned off. So I'll just come back in a couple minutes just to show you we are getting hash rate at the pool, but you can obviously see I have a balance already. All right, so it took about 3 minutes or so, and you can see we now have some hashes. So here on the pool, it actually says hashes per second, so that'll probably be a little easier for you to figure out there. But now we're rocking 193 hashes per second. So awesomeness. Now that we got Windows figured out, let's move on over to HiveOS. All right, so now for HiveOS here, you can see up top of the website, there's a HiveOS tab here. Just click on that and it will take you to this. So it does have 3 steps here. One is add your wallet, import the flight sheet, and apply it. We're going to skip number 1 because you can actually put your wallet in right when you're applying your flight sheet. So we're just going to come down a little bit here and copy this like so. I'm going to open up my HiveOS here. We're going to go into our default page here, go to flight sheets. Let that load up here. And now I'm just going to hit clipboard. So we're going to click that and we're going to hit allow, and then it pasted everything in. So this is where I was talking about adding your wallet. So now I'm just simply going to click add wallet right here, and I'm going to paste my wallet address into here. So I actually have to find my wallet here. We're going to go to Iris Wallet, click receive, copy address. We're going to paste that in right here. And for wallet name, I'm just going to go Iris, so I know that's what my wallet is. And I'm going to create that right there. Now our setup miner config should be all ready to go, but it's always safe to come in here so we can see our wallet. I am going to adjust this to wallet worker name. I don't know if we can see our worker name on there. I wasn't actually paying attention to that earlier, but I'm going to put that in anyway. But at least we have our wallet. If worker name don't work, then it don't work. But I'm putting it there just in case. It is looking like we're using an SSL secure connection here, so keep that in mind. So we're going to apply changes here. Hashboards too. I'm going to adjust this to, I guess, Nockchain video, and I'm just going to create that flight sheet here. Done. And now I'm just going to come up. We're going to find our rig. So I'm going to pick my Octominer 1. I'm going to go to my flight sheet here. I'm just going to enable this one right here, NOCK. We're going to send that one to the moon, cancel out our Pearl. I'm going to log in just to make sure everything downloads correctly. So now, and then I'm going to go miner. Always change your default password so it's downloading the miner here. Just give us a couple seconds on my slow Canadian internet here. You guys are probably like, oh, so painful, Rabid. I know it sucks. It's horrible. All right, so we're launching Hashboard, just going through everything by the looks of things. And now let's just see if all our GPUs are initiated. All right, already found a new job, successfully connected. Everything is looking good. So we are now mining on the Octominer as well. So awesomeness there. So I'm just going to come back into the default and just wait for some hash rate to pick up in our actual dashboard, as well as see if we're detected at the pool. All right, so here we are. We can see 602 hashes is happening here. If we scroll down, it does look like worker names are here, but I am not seeing it in Hive. I'm just going to actually run back here for a second and see exactly how it did it in WSL, because the Hive worker name might just be in the wrong spot. So that's, it's going to be a pretty simple thing. We can just come back into mine here. So I'm going to click on that and open it in a new page. And then I just want to see exactly how they have this set up. So worker. So it looks like you need -- worker name. So I'm just going to add that into my flight sheet, and hopefully it should work. So if I come back into here, I'm just going to edit my flight sheet, set that up. I'm just going to go -- worker in my extra config here. And then I'm just going to kind of copy this right here. Copy, paste that in right. So I'm going to get rid of it from here because obviously it's not working. I'm going to update those changes and we'll see if we have a worker name or not. I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm thinking it should, but it might not. All right, so it looks like that obviously did not work. Looks like it automatically has worker Hive, and then here's the one I put in my extra config. So if I get rid of this, all of this right here, and apply those changes and update it like so, and I'm just going to come back into the miner setup config so you can see exactly what's going on here. We can see that that worker name is not here anywhere. It's not in the installation file. It's not around. It's nowhere in here at all, but it still loads it in here, worker Hive. So it's hard coded in somewhere. So it looks like sadly with HiveOS, you don't use your worker name because it just causes errors here. So you're just going to have to go by the name Hive when utilizing HiveOS. But here it is. It works. The copy and paste does work. But again, keep in mind that worker name does not work at the time of at least recording this video. But we are up and running in HiveOS, and it was pretty darn easy as well. Now, I do want to point out, if you are unfamiliar with the name Nockhash, it may be familiar to you if you've been mining Pearl, as it is the same, I guess, team as Pearl Hash. So they have multiple teams and community and stuff here, but it's part of the same ecosystem here. So I do want to point out that Pearl Hash and Nockhash is one and the same. Now that we got you guys up and running, or maybe you're waiting to see, is it even worth mining this coin? What is profitability actually looking like? And remember, there are CPU miners for this. I haven't tried the CPU yet, but obviously GPUs are usually faster than CPUs, at least for most coins. But again, it depends on the algorithm. So I will test that at a later date. But right now, this is launched. It looks like a March of 2025. We can see previous price action where it did pump at one point up to 15 cents when it was first listed, October 19th, about 238 days ago. And then it went down to not very much, but we are seeing a pump increase yet again upwards from 4 to 5 cents. Right now sitting at just over 4 cents. So now that we got those numbers here, I just want to see, I don't know exactly what the block reward and stuff is, I'm guessing, but based on the issuance schedule here, we're sitting around the 150-second block time, I believe, and we're sitting in between somewhere in here a block reward. So if I come into the actual Explorer here and click on the last block found, we can see a reward here of about 1638, and then another reward right here. So whatever this 20% is. So it looks like somebody's getting 80% and someone's getting 20% in all the blocks. So I'm just basing it off this block reward right here of 1638 and 150 seconds. And then we're coming back to the manual profit calculator here. And it looks like my 4090 is in fact getting about $2.22 a day. That's actually not too bad based on the power and stuff here. It's anywhere between 250 to 300 watts, and sometimes it drops to 200. It is kind of all over the place that we've seen, but that is about 75% of this coin is profit. So that's actually pretty good. We're only 24%, 24.5 is in your power range. So that's a nice profit to power ratio here in terms of, looking at that. And this is based on 12-cent power. So that's actually not bad numbers here. I do believe Pearl might be slightly more right now in terms of profitability, but it is slowly, kind of dying to most people. So here is another coin that may add some profitability for you. If you're on Vast or something, you may even start to see some rental fees start to climb again as people start renting for this coin. But right now we're up and running, rocking away on Nockhash here, and we're mining ourselves some NOCK, and profitability is actually not too bad. So thank you for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. All links down in the description. Rabid out.